Hello everyone, welcome to Upsala 24/7. My name is Niharika Valia Bhatnagar and I am with you with the area of ABFM, Advanced Business and Financial Management. Acha everyone, what are we dealing with today? Today we are going to talk about a specific area altogether. I'll be talking about startup finance today. And then with hybrid, we have done a lot of hybrid based questions. Now let's talk about the next part. Chaliye. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about startup finance. Acha, what do you mean by startups, everyone? What do you mean by the term startup? Startups basically are the organizations which are absolutely new, right? They have been formed from scratch and it's been around, I would say, 5 years, but less than 10 years. Earlier, the definition had 5 and now it has been 10 years. Okay? That is how we define the term finance. Startup finance can be further stated like this. What defines a startup according to Wikipedia? Wikipedia has defined it as a company with minimal expense and high income. No, that cannot be the point, है ना? Then comes the next point, that is a business intended to grow large beyond the solo founder, है ना? Then comes a self-employed individual seeking entrepreneurship opportunities, or a registered business that never intends to grow large. Startup can never be an organization which is not looking forward towards growth. One of the basic things that they are look forward to is this: a business intended to grow large beyond the solo founder. They don't want to be a sole organization. That is a sole proprietorship. They want to go bigger. They want to go higher. Right? Chaliye. Now that's one more area that we have talked about. Let's talk about the next question. What is the purpose of Startup India Action Plan? India had decided to go for the Startup India Action Plan for a reason. That India required startups to come up. For years, there was a problem that India had a stagnation. Stagnation because the stagnation was because India was not even developing at all. For the growth, they needed people coming from India and telling that I would like to open my own business. I would like to explore the specific area. So it was done to discourage entrepreneurship and startup growth. No, discouraging can never be done. Na? You have to encourage, to create a policy framework for innovation in startups, to limit financial assistance and incentive for startups, or to increase bureaucratic hurdles for startup recognition. What's going to be the answer? Everyone? Chaliye, let's look at the answer. To create a policy framework to limit financial, you cannot limit, and you don't want to increase the bureaucratic hurdles as well. This will really deflect our country from the growth of GDP and further development. So I think I'll go for B. That is to create a policy framework for innovation. Innovation was the key of startups. The startups were introduced for this particular reason only, that they had something that was innovation. The primitive businesses were totally just based upon what is happening around. They wanted to grow further. They wanted to go beyond. है ना? Now comes the next point. Which category of actions does the Startup India Action Plan include? Financial penalties and restrictions, industrial government conflict resolution, financial assistance and incentives, industry, academia, collaboration, and simplification and coercion, tax hikes, and regulatory barriers. Okay, all of these are definitely some challenging Negative terms. So what do you think? What category of actions does Startup India action plan includes? Okay. Uh, Financial penalties and restrictions, if you build them up, then people who wants to innovate, will they be able to establish their business? I think with a lot of restrictions, I'll be worried whether I'm following the rules or not. You know? That's one particular thing I'll definitely think of. So, industry, government, conflict resolution. That's one part that is required. But is it the main point? Startup India action plan. Tax hikes are there, then these people will not have it. Most of the startups have tax planning campaigns. Matlab, you start your business and you get tax holiday for a certain period of time. You don't even have to pay a single penny, isn't it? So in this case, what would you say? I think I'll go for the answer C. This belongs to the area of financial assistance. They provide loans to these people. They provide incentives. They provide subsidies. Industry, academia, collaboration. Matlab, if I'm from the academic background and I found something really cool for my business, that is there. And then is simplification and coercion. What is the simplification and coercion? Simplification is based upon simplicity and coercion is basically stressing people. है ना? Done, everyone? So in this case, the answer is C. It's an interesting question for sure. Everyone, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, then hurry up. Before your registration begins, please subscribe to our channel. Get done with all our courses so that you are able to grow further with us. Done, everyone? Chaliye, let's talk about the next question. Acha. What benefits are startups eligible for under the startup plan? Benefits, startups, okay. What are the benefits that they're getting? Tax incentives only? Yeah, they get tax holidays. Government funding support only? They get both, I believe. You know, tax incentives, government funding support, capital gain exemptions, priority treatment in public procurement, or tax incentive and capital gain tax exemption only. Tax incentive means, that means if they're doing something, then you help them further. And exemption means that you are you see them earning, but you don't put them under tax in this. So in this case, the answer is actually C. Eligible startups, they get all these benefits. They get incentives from on the basis of taxation, and then they also get government funding. Government also provides them a lot of aids. Then government capital gain tax exemptions are there, and they get the priority treatment as well because they're just absolutely new. They're newbies in the market. These rookies gets a lot of importance because they are bringing something drastic changing in the market, so they are always valued a lot. Done. Acha, what is the purpose of Atal Pension Yojana? Atal Pension Yojana is different. It is a part of taxation there. The Atal Innovation Mission under the startup plan to provide financial support, to offer mentoring and advisory support, to act as a platform for promoting startup companies and innovation, or to facilitate patents and trademark applications. Everyone, what's going to be the answer? What is the purpose of Atal Innovation Mission? Atal Innovation Mission can be said as to act as a platform for promoting startup companies and innovation. It's for both. According to the initial definition of Startup India, which is of the following statement is true? In actual, the definition was changed after a certain period of time. So they're asking about the initial definition. The entity must have a turnover exceeding 25 crores. The entity must have working towards innovation, development, deployment, or commercialization of new products, processes, and services. The entity can be considered a startup even if formed by splitting up or reconstruction of an existing business, or the entity must be incorporated as a private limited company, private partnership firm, or a limited liability partnership in India. Basically, the answer is A. नहीं. अच्छा, there's some issue with the question. Huh? The initial definition had that this was up to 5 years, and yes, this was also part of it. The entity can be considered by splitting up. No, this was not in the first as well. The entity must be working exceeding 25 crores is also not there. The entity must be working towards innovation, development, deployment, and technology and intellectual property. I think I'll go for B. The answer is actually B. And the definition actually had this part as well, up to the 5 years from the date of registration. They had earlier 5 years, this was exceeded by 10 years in the next definition. Actually, this is also the next similar question. यहाँ पर the main definition, what is the key requirement? Acha, in the initial definition, the main point was this only. Acha, then I think based upon this, the correct answer has to be, this is the one I told. B is the answer. Here also, C would be the same point. 10-year time was defined under new definition. Old definition didn't give any of these things. Okay? If the working towards the innovation, deployment, development, or commercialization of new products, processes, or services driven by technology or intellectual property. According to the state startup policy, what is the purpose of having a startup policy for a state? To discourage the startups from operating in the state. Actually, opening up a startup policy, startup in our state is definitely more helpful. That is what I know. है ना? Then comes to provide funding, mentorship, and market access support for startups, to limit the number of startups in the state, or to impose strict regulations on the startups. What's going to be the answer? The correct answer is to provide funding, to provide mentorship, to provide market access support for the startups. Done? What is the purpose of pitch presentation of startups? Acha, everyone who came to me and you asked me that, Niharika ma'am, I would like to put money into your business. Tell me about your business a bit. And if I cannot give you a proper definition to my business, or I cannot show you what exactly it looks like and what is my vision towards it, will you be able to put money into my business? We'll be looking at it like, why? Why not giving proper the information there? That means to showcase the entrepreneur skills, to provide an overview startup challenge, or to list the failures of startups. Pitch presentation is similar to that point now. If you asked me about my business and I see, if I talk about the question, if I would have just talked about the question and I'm not giving you details about the question, you'll be stuck with that. Ki, Arey, how do we look forward towards this question? Huh? I have to give the details of the question to you. Hai na? Only then it makes sense. So either to showcase the entrepreneur skills, or next point is to provide an overview of the startup challenges, to list the failures, or to showcase business and convince investors to invest. If you have to go for the answer there, the answer has to be to showcase the business and convince investors to invest. That is what we look forward to, everyone. Okay? Because we have to tell people that our business is worth giving money. We're gonna say this to them. But then they will always want ki show me something na. Give me the potential that you have. Show us that specific area. Only then we can give money to you. Otherwise we will not give. Right? Next point. What is the purpose of pitch deck? Then to provide funding for the startups, to assist the building of pitch presentations for startups, to offer mentorship for entrepreneurs or to promote startup competitions. What is that specific area regarding pitch deck, everyone? What's going to be the answer? The purpose of pitch deck is this: to assist the building pitch presentation for startups. Matlab, we'll be helping the new startups to make their own presentation more clear. ठीक है? चलिए, done. What is the focus of Incubator Grand Challenge introduced by Atal Innovation Mission? Recognizing successful startups, providing financial support to established incubators, supporting international startups, or promoting academic research. What's going to be the answer, everyone? Incubator is basically a situation where the kids are kept, the newborn babies are kept in the incubators to provide them a similar atmosphere as they had in their mother's womb, and so that their lungs are ready for proper breathing, as well as their body heat can be maintained. So when we talk about the startups are just like newborn babies. Na? These babies wants to grow, but how would they grow? We have to recognize successful startups, providing financial support to established incubators, supporting international startups, or promoting academic research. The answer is providing financial support to the established incubators. They are providing the financial supports. Okay, na? This helps because one of the basic things that is required in the beginning is funding. That funding plays a very, very important role. Done, everyone? Chaliye, that's it for the day. I hope this session was useful. And if it was, then please go ahead and like the session. Don't forget to share it among your peers and everyone. I hope you already know our courses are currently having double validity. One of the coolest things that you can look forward to. Why do I say this? Because when we look forward to our courses, it is available at the lowest price at this point of time. Right? So what you can do is double validity is going on. CAIIB, go and buy the Mahapack, everyone. Josh batch, Zeal batch, Manzil batch. All these multiple batches are already there for you on our portal. All you need to do is click on the area of buy now. Use the code Y541 and apply it. As soon as you'll apply it, you will get it for 6823.95. Use the code and also download the app and you will get it for 6500. 1% more will be available as a discount. Okay, 6500 something would be the price. So if you're planning, all you need to do is you need to get our Mahapack. Mahapack has double validity, everyone. It is available for 1 year for 6500. Matlab if I look at 6500 divided by 12, then you have to pay hardly 541 rupees per month. 550 rupees per month roughly is basically nothing. We can manage this much amount of money of investment now. Under this Mahapack, you get bilingual English medium. Our entire test series are all sets of ebooks. That means you don't have to buy Macmillan books separately. Entire books in summarized forms are given there. Previous batches are also stated for you. Current batches are also given, and the future batches will also be opened up for you, including the revision batches. So if you're planning, then hurry up and check it out on our website or in our app for further details, everyone. Thank you so much for being there. We'll be meeting tomorrow. Don't forget to buy our courses. If you are planning, then use the code Y541. Bye bye.